more than a month since 4-year-old Serenity McKinney was found in a densely wooded area near the Jefferson-Bullitt County line. Family tells us the child was last seen December 2020 and last heard on the phone June of 2021.
Serenity's mother, Catherine Abby McKinney, and the mother's boyfriend, Dakota Hill, have been charged in the young girl's murder, and we are still waiting on autopsy reports to reveal what happened to Serenity. As Serenity McKinney's family mourns the young girl, new records our focus team received gives us a deeper glimpse into her disappearance and the failed attempts to find the 4-year-old.
That's right. 2 weeks ago, I reported on the concerns from Serenity's family, and they don't believe Kentucky's Child Protective Services did enough for the little girl's safety. I highlighted my request for more transparency in this case, and since then, I received recordings of calls an aunt made to Louisville Dispatch asking for police to check on the little girl's well-being. However, those recordings have created more questions than answers.
How would I go about getting a welfare check on a child?
6 calls in 3 days from the aunt of young Serenity McKinney to authorities worried about the 4-year-old's safety. In those calls between June 26th and 28th of last year, you can hear how the aunt's questions turned to emotional pleas.
The mother refuses to let us see or even hear her on the phone. And we're all very concerned for her safety.
Did you contact Child Protective Services?
I haven't yet. I wanted to try to make contact to get a physical. I wanted a police officer to physically see the child, to just have proof of life at this point.
I understand, but all they can do is knock on the door. If they don't answer, there's nothing they can do.
There were 2 requests for police to lay eyes on Serenity. However, with these call recordings, Louisville police redacted much of the conversation with white noise. So in this June 26th call, it's impossible to know exactly what the aunt was alleging.
It's a long story, but nobody has seen or talked to her in 6 months. Nobody. She refuses to let anybody talk to her, see her, anything, because of the controlling boyfriend that she has. And we don't even know what's going on. And I know, and I just want to make sure this baby's okay.
After that call and over the 3 days, the aunt called back for updates, and each time the response was,
"Okay, it looks like they did not get an answer at the door."
So what are police required to do on welfare checks? Well, we went through LMPD's standard operating procedures, and there doesn't appear to be any specific guidance on what to do if a child is never seen. But according to their policies mandated by state law, if an officer suspects any kind of child abuse going on, that officer is required to report it within the department, and that must be relayed to CPS. At this point, we haven't been granted access to those files and don't know whether those reports were ever made.